Hey there, I'm doing this video for a subscriber who kindly asked me to do a video on Ryomou and Kanu's story. And those who watching this, if you have any question or you want me to do a video, like a recommendation, you could just comment below on this video or any other video of mine, and I'll be happy to reply or comment or even do a video as a response. So yeah, and before I start with this video, if you hear a beeping sound in the background, it is my fire alarm. And the reasons behind that is because the battery in it is kind of low, and it is beeping because it needs the battery to be replaced. All right, so let me start. So first, we have the character Ryomou. I want to mention first. Ryomou is the counterpart of Meng, and she's from Nanyo, and Nanyo is mostly the Wu Kingdom, and Ryomou leader is Hakufu, and Hakufu is the counterpart of Sun Tse. Next we have Kanu. Kanu is the counterpart of Guan Yu, and she's from Sato, and Sato is supposed to be Shu Kingdom, and her leader is Ryobi, and Ryobi is the counterpart of Liu Bei. All right. This is a scene in the first season. There was a fight between Kanu and Ryomou. Kanu got her arm locked in a submission by Ryomou, but the thing is, Kanu rather have her arm broken than lose the fight. So Kanu broke her arm, but in the end, she won the fight, making her arm broken no big deal. I believe this almost like supposed to be a reference to a part of the history of the Roman side of three kingdom, because in the history, Kuan Yu got his arm shot by a poisonous arrow, and as you can see here, this is actually a card from Magic the Gathering. And when he got his arm shot by the arrow actually got him really deep, that he had to go to like a painful like not surgery, but it was like really deep and it was supposed to be like very painful because he had poison in it. He had to get the poison out of it, and but the doctor Hua Tuo said that it was gonna be very painful and such. But Guan Yu, he was treating it no big deal. Instead, he decided to have his men come over and have some drink with them and play some games while the doctor removed the poison and healed his arm. And so Hua Tuo is actually Dr. Kada, and you don't know who that is. He is the doctor that gives Ryomou the eye patch from in the anime and also in the manga. So yeah, but this thing never actually happened in real life. But I believe this is only part of the story in the Romance of the Three Kingdom novel. So Ikki Tousen mostly just referring it to the Three Kingdom novel, not the real life history, but the novel instead. So yeah, so I think it's somewhat like a nice fact to know. If it is referring to this, I think it's something you guys want to know. And like a nice fact, just saying. So now to the more somewhat interesting part. Um, I'll be talking about like the death of Guan Yu now. There was a battle called the Battle of Fanchang or Battle of Fan Castle. There was an army led by Guan Yu attacking the army of Zhao Ren. So you know who Zhao Ren is? Zhao Ren is Sojin Shiko, and yeah, Zhao Ren was able to defend Kanu, and because of that, Guan Yu had to retreat. But the problem is that the base or the camp of Guan Yu was actually being captured by the army of Liu Meng at this time. And so the alliance between the Wu Kingdom and the Shu Kingdom, no, no, yeah, the Wu and Shu Kingdom, or the alliance by the Sun and the Lu, were actually broken by this time because there was a almost like a betrayal between both of them. So by this time, there were no longer an alliance between them. So now Liu Ming captured their land, and or not their land but their camp. And this I believe was also known as the Battle of the Jing province provenance. So yeah, the battle of Jing provenance. So yeah, and Ryomou or Lu Meng was able to capture their base or camp, and the wife and children of the army soldier of Guan Yu. But even though they captured the wife and children, they treated them very nice. So all the men of mostly all the men of Guan Yu mostly surrendered peacefully, except for few. And those few retreated with Guan Yu. When they retreated, um, Guan Yu was ended up being captured by two other generals of Sun Quan. By this time, Sun Ce was actually dead by now. And again, like I said, Sun Ce is actually the counterpart of Hakufu. So Hakufu sadly is dead by now. And Sun Quan is actually Sunken. And the anime the no Sunken, and except if you count Chubo, but Chubo is actually not her real name, because Chubo is actually her real name is Shokio, and Shokio is the wife of Koki. But anyways, the general that they captured Kanu was two characters named Chu Ran and Fanchang. I not exactly know who they are because I don't think they exist in the anime or manga. So because of that, I can't exactly tell you who they are. But because of that, after Kanu was captured, Guan Yu or Guan Yu and along with two other generals, I forgot their name, was once the three were captured, they were sent to Sun Quan, and Sun Quan um, ordered them to be executed, and right there, all those three were killed. So mostly Lu Meng did capture them or capture their base, and afterward they had to retreat, and then capture. Then there Sun Quan ordered them to get killed. Then 2 years later, Liu Bei did seek revenge by attacking Sun Quan and to get back their land, the Jing province. And this was also called the Battle of Ixading, also not the Battle of Jingling. So yeah, but Quan Yu got killed, and by the order of Sun Quan. And Sun Quan again is like the youngest brother of Sun Ce. I believe because in the anime there's no Sun Quan, so because of that, Kanu can't or cannot have a grudge against a character that does not exist in the anime. So the next person in the list should be Ryomou, which because Ryomou did play a part of the death of Kanu or Quan Yu. So I believe that's a reason why Kanu does blame Ryomou for the death of Guan Yu in the past life. Lu Meng did capture the base, and which had made Guan Yu to retreat, which led them to be captured and then executed. So yeah. So the thing is mostly is to look up is the Battle of Fanchang and the Battle of Jing province. If you want to more know the Battle of Ryomou and Kanu. So yeah. Okay. So now I'm gonna just end the video by mentioning where I get my sources or my information on the history of the Romance of the Three Kingdoms and such. So mostly the main thing is mostly all of it is from Wikipedia, but I do also check on some different websites as well, like some random websites. Let's say like that poisonous arrow on the wounded Kuan Yu arm. I just look it up on random sites as well, just randomly Google it and check random sites. I find it to see if I can find the same thing, the same result. Another source I use is actually a game called Dynasty Warrior 8. I actually have this game that, but what it is, or why I like about it is this game actually is about the Romance of the Three Kingdom itself. Um, then like an extra part of the game where it is like an encyclopedia. Sorry, I cannot pronounce the word. It's almost like a Wikipedia, but it's always en and such. Anyway, so what it is it tells you like more of the history about the Romance of the Three Kingdom. You can check by the king, like the officers individually, or you could check the history by the battles. So when I was doing this, I looked up the history of or try to get some information on the Battle of Fanchang and also the Battle of Jing Providence. And another source I like to use once in a while is the movie Red Cliff. I couldn't use this source this time because Red Cliff mostly it is a movie though, but it is a movie about the Battle of Red Cliff or the Battle of GB, which is the battle when it is when Liu Bei and I believe Sun Quan joined alliance to battle against Xiao Xiao. This is more like a reference to when I wanted to do some research about So or Liu Bei or some other stuff. Mostly when it comes to the Battle of Red Cliff or Battle of Shibi, then I can use this more like a reference or like a resource. But this time, when it comes to Guan Yu or Lu Meng, not really that much. Even though it did have some information on Guan Yu, but nothing related to Lu Meng. Just so sadly I couldn't use the source. But yeah, so I use multiple media as the sources: video game, movies, and multiple websites. I try to get sources as much as they can. Sadly, I don't have the novel. One day I hope I can find and buy the Roman Side 3 Kingdom novels because I really like to own the books. And yeah, so that's it. Again, if you have any question or recommendation for me to do any videos related to Ikki, I'll be happy to reply, comment, or do the video as a response to it. So yeah, I thank you for watching and I hope you like this. All right, bye.